Revelio. Revelio.
Not the best idea to start a study group with the boys from my dormitory. Now, we never get a break from each other.
I'd imagine the Hufflepuff Commons.
Revelio. Revelio.
What ho? It is I, Sir Cadogan. Wyvern of wine.
Revelio.
Do not dally, young friends. Fortune waits not.
Lumos.
If only a new student would help me with my sad predicament.
Awful when they ask you a question now, isn't it?
What did you think you were doing? That owl has been in our family for 30 years. And you thought it would be clever to transfigure her into a goblet and leave her in the Great Hall after a feast? I hear the elves have had to transfigure every goblet in the castle looking for her. I hope you're jolly well proud.
Revelio. Reparo. Accio. Levioso.
Might some kind soul help me?
Revelio.
Here I've come from the toilet bowl where she said I could swim, did you praxia mole? As long as for only one time per week, I can plunge the boy's lavatory, not for the meek.
These peas will make me late.
He tried to stop me, did rancorous carp, sought to trap me, confine me inside of a jar. But he failed, as did his containment charms, so I took my revenge to wreak havoc and harm. It was granted my privileges be handsome indeed, or I'd fire up the cannon, and so she agreed. To draw up a contract with her, not with him, that if I behaved, I'd have one weekly swim! Whee!
I'll get you for this.
Okay.
Well,
Revelio. Levioso. Accio. Revelio.
I cannot do this for all it's...
Levioso. Accio. Lumos. Revelio.
What the? Okay.
My, what a striking face. You'll make quite the portrait one day. I wouldn't want to be hung next to you.
Revelio.
heard you're defending Hogsmeade against trolls. You know, there is such a thing as trying too hard. It's good, that's good.
Revelio.
If only a new student would help me with my sad predicament.
Are you all right?
Don't you know who I am? Zenobia Noak, the girl whom everyone at school hates for no reason.
Everyone hates you. Why?
Because Hogwarts is full of bullies and spoilsports. Leander Pruitt's one of the worst, that no-talent moon mind. I wanted to make some new friends, and so I brought my collection down to the common room. My gobstone collection, that is. I was hoping someone would want to play. Are you familiar with gobstones? Little balls, like marbles. Grand game. And if you lose, they spray you with a foul-smelling liquid.
Okay.
Gobstones? Sounds like a fun challenge.
That's what I tried to tell everyone. People can be so cruel. Just because they're sprayed all over with smelly gobstone spit, it's their own fault for losing. Imelda is one of the worst losers. Everett and Astoria are terrible as well. And now those poor losers have taken my gobstones and hidden them in very high places all over the school.
Rather an overreaction on their part.
I'll say. Anyway, I can't work out how to get them back on my own. I don't think I know the necessary spells yet. I need someone, perhaps a selfless and talented 5th year to help me.
Do you have any suggestions on how to get your gobstones down from their hiding spots?
If I knew that, I'd get them myself. Whoever hid my gobstones that high got up there somehow.
I'll see what I can do.
I'd appreciate the help. If you do find all of my gobstones, do come and see me again. I'll be back to playing Snake Pit and Jackstone by myself in no time.
Revelio. Reparo. Reparo. Revelio.
Well, as well be so.
I'd better keep an eye on high places around the school for Zenobia's gobstones.
บอกจุดหมดเลยเนี่ยฮะ
Accio. Well, that's one of Zenobia's gobstones. I hardly see what all the fuss is about.
The Daedalian keys are back. Aren't they brilliant?
It's a relief to finally have an answer as to why.
Accio. I'd better keep an eye on high places around the school for Zenobia's gobstones. Accio!
Handy resource indeed.
Lumos. Levioso.
À, tôi xuống thế. Hạ. Điện.
Revelio.
Bruh. อยู่นอกปราสาทเลยนะ
What are you up to now?
I'd better keep an eye on high places around the school for Zenobia's gobstones. Revelio.
Ui, con này
Revelio.
Everyone seems to fear Professor Sharp.
Accio. Well, that's one of Zenobia's gobstones.
Only barked at
I
me.
hardly see what all the fuss is about. Revelio.
Sharp was in a mood.
I'd better keep an eye on high places around the school for Zenobia's gobstones. Revelio. Revelio. Accio. Just one more gobstone. Accio. That's the last of Zenobia's gobstones. I should go and see her. Revelio. Lumos.
ห้องเข้ามาสดเลยมัน
Lumos.
Don't get too cocky simply because you had one victory over Sallow. He never backs down from a fight.
I hope you've had more luck than I did tracking down my gobstones.
Hello, Zenobia. I found all your gobstones.
Really? I didn't think it was possible. However did you do it?
Common sense and basic magic.
Well, may I have my gobstones back?
Of course. They are yours after all.
Oh, how wonderful. I shall dedicate all of my future victories to you. Speaking of which, now that I have all my gobstones back, I wonder if anyone in the common room would be up for a game.
I'm sure they'd be willing to play after the trouble spent getting them back. It's a fine idea.
Isn't it? Oh, we'll have so much fun together laughing as all the losers get sprayed, which won't include me. Very well, off I go. Wish me luck.
Revelio.
Not what survives the reign of this headmaster. I think we should have a moon calf in charge. Not sure he's in at the
Lumos.
present moment, the headmaster. Would be sure to tell him how very much you despise him. If someone gets struck by a cursed broom, we do hope it's you.
How nice to see you, my young
I've never had difficulty with balancing hogs.
Revelio.
เดินอยู่ข้างล่างนั่นแหละข้างบนนี่ก็ oh my god หลงทางครับมาได้ปะ
Lumos.
Lovely to see you.
Revelio.
Okay. Oh, มานอนรออาจารย์
Revelio. Professor, I'm glad to see you.
And I you. Thank Merlin you're in one piece. I heard about the attack. Trolls in Hogsmeade?
Sir, the trolls were wearing armor. It had that dark glow like the dragon collar.
Goblin silver. Ranrock used it to control the dragon. But how? And why send trolls too?
They were there because of me. I overheard Ranrock talking with Victor Rookwood.
Ranrock was in Hogsmeade with Rookwood.
The trolls were Ranrock's distraction so that Rookwood could get to me, and he would have had Sirona and the patrons at the Three Broomsticks not intervened.
This is grave news indeed. If Ranrock's goblins and dark wizards are after you, they want what we found in that vault.
Speaking of the vault, do you think that Ranrock is working with any of the goblins at Gringotts?
I do not. Gringotts goblins aren't typically the friendliest of beings, but they have a great deal of integrity. No, I dare say after what happened to that poor banker, the goblins at Gringotts are no followers of Ranrock.
They're after the locket. You said you discovered something in it.
Yes. I discovered an inscription. When I read it aloud, this map appeared. Clever enchantment. It's a map of Hogwarts, to be sure, but I do not know where it leads.
It leads to the library. A restricted section, to be precise, and a bit beyond. I see traces of magic there on the map.
I suspected you would see something.
Shall we go?
I appreciate your enthusiasm, and I'm eager to discover what we may find there as well. But if our experience at Gringotts, let alone what happened to Miriam, taught me anything, it's that the path we're on is terribly dangerous. I'd like you to work with Professor Hecat a bit before we continue.
But sir, how dangerous could the library be? Perhaps we're only after a book.
Perhaps we are only after a book, but we should be prepared for anything. Once you've honed your defensive magic further, come and see me. I'll let Professor Hecat know to expect you.
Revelio.
What? Game ค้างเฉยเอ้าเกมเบลอ
Professor, I'm glad to see you.
And you. Thank Merlin you're in one piece. I heard about the attack. Trolls in Hogsmeade?
Sir, the trolls were wearing armor. It had that dark glow like the dragon collar.
Goblin silver. Ranrock used it to control the dragon. But how? And why send trolls to
They were there because of me. I overheard Ranrock talking with Victor Rookwood.
Ranrock was in Hogsmeade with Rookwood.
The trolls were Ranrock's distraction so that Rookwood could get to me, and he would have had Sirona and the patrons at the Three Broomsticks not intervened.
This is grave news indeed. If Ranrock's goblins and dark wizards are after you, they want what we found in that vault.
They're after the locket. You said you discovered something in it.
Yes, yes. I discovered an inscription. When I read it aloud, this map appeared. Clever enchantment. It's a map of Hogwarts, to be sure, but I do not know where it leads.
It leads to the library. A restricted section, to be precise, and a bit beyond. I see traces of magic there on the map.
I suspected you would see something.
Shall we go?
I appreciate your enthusiasm, and I'm eager to discover what we may find there as well. But if our experience at Gringotts, let alone what happened to Miriam, taught me anything, it's that the path we're on is terribly dangerous. I'd like you to work with Professor Hecat a bit before we continue.
But sir, how dangerous could the library be? Perhaps we're only after a book.
Perhaps we are only after a book, but we should be prepared for anything. Once you've honed your defensive magic further, come and see me. I'll let Professor Hecat know to expect you.
Revelio.
Heard you're defending Hogsmeade against trolls. You know, there is such a thing as trying too hard.
แย่ไปเลยเหรอเพื่อนโอ้
Accio. Reparo. Revelio.
Hello there. Perhaps you can help me. Boy,
Leviosa.
can you help me?
Okay.
Hello? Were you calling me?
I was, yes. Thought you might be interested in joining me for a bit of an adventure. Following a treasure map, to be precise. Slight respite from battling the odd troll, I should think. Asked Poppy if she'd be interested as well, but couldn't drag her away from her puff skein. I found 2 maps lying about, both leading to locations around Hogwarts. Care to have a look at one?
Following a Hogwarts treasure map? Count me in.
Wonderful. Hogwarts fascinates me. You can keep whatever treasure lies at the end of your map. I'll be satisfied just knowing where it leads.
Okay.
Where do you suggest I search first?
Based on a cursory review of your map, I'd suggest somewhere near Hecat's classroom.
Very well. I shall take a look if I can find the time.
Fair enough. Meet me back here if you find anything.
Oh. Okay.
I was worried transfiguration would be too difficult, but it turns out...
Revelio.
Sometimes I wish someone was transfigured.
Ah, a rhinoceros skeleton. I'm on the right track. There's the fountain. I'm getting closer.
The Daedalian keys are back. Aren't they brilliant?
Revelio. This stairwell looks promising. Lumos. This looks like the portrait from the map. And where's the treasure? There was a doorway hidden within the portrait. I wonder what came of Arthur's search.
My father said he used to hide his school.
You know I hate being left out.
All too well.
And you know I like a good college.
What have you learned?
Hello, Arthur. Thought you might like to know that my map led to a doorway hidden within a portrait.
Oh, how clever! Mine led to the boathouse. Barely found the treasure before I saw the headmaster coming. He shooed me out of there, but not before I got a few galleons richer. What did you find?
I found what I believe is an authentic historian's uniform.
Oh, that's lucky. Seems as though we both had success. Glad I enlisted you to join me. Well, on to the next Hogwarts mystery. Wonder if a quick rummage round Weasley's office might yield anything interesting.
Revelio.
Eh.
Don't get too cocky simply because you had one victory.
นี่มันหาอะไรเพื่อน
Defending Hogsmeade against trolls.
Made them
You know, there
fit
is
to be
such
my
a thing as
country.
trying too hard.
I'm convinced Peeves absconded with it.
Don't know why the Commonwealth all have secret
มัน
ways.
หาอะไรเพื่อน
Who wants to go into someone else?
Revelio.
Off on another adventure, are we? The Daedalian keys are back. Aren't they brilliant?
Is everything all right?
Yes, I'm sorry. I'm Nellie, by the way. I'm just so excited that the Daedalian keys are back.
The what keys?
The Daedalian keys. Surely you've seen them flying about. Rumor is that a former headmistress, Professor Mole, conjured them to protect the contents of certain locked cabinets years ago. Professor Black couldn't be bothered to disenchant the keys, and they appear every few years. You should try to catch one.
Why would I do that?
Each key will lead you to a locked cabinet somewhere in the castle. If you can manage to get the key into the cabinet lock, not an easy task, you may find a reward.
Why would Professor Mole conjure flying keys?
What I heard is that it had something to do with keeping Peeves out of things. But that may or may not be true. He's a poltergeist. I thought they could go almost anywhere.
Surely you will be trying to complete the challenge as well?
I've tried, and I can't even get past the first cabinets. Perhaps you'll have better luck. I'd love to know what's in the cabinets.
Okay.
Perhaps I'll give it a go.
I hope you do. In fact, I think I heard one of the keys in the astronomy tower. You should listen for them. I hope you follow a few keys at least. If you manage to open a cabinet, I'd love to know what you find, if anything.
Holy.
Revelio. Accio. A Daedalian key. I wonder where it might lead me. There's the cabinet. How do I get this key in there?
Huh?
That's it. An old coin. Perhaps Nellie knows what it means.
Okay.
Were you able to follow one of the Daedalian keys?
Hello, Nellie. I managed to get a Daedalian key into its lock.
Brilliant! What did you find in the cabinet?
A curious token of some sort.
Looks like some sort of house token. I bet it unlocks house chests. I call them house chests. I've seen the one in Gryffindor and heard they're also in the other common rooms as well. Keep an eye out.
Okay.
I do hope you continue on. For so much effort, the prize must be something grand.
I should see this through and find the Slytherin house chest.
Slytherins almost always use the door to the right of the entrance hall.
Seems I'll need to find more house tokens if I'm to open this. Quite a few by the look of it.
Mind you, it was the only
ไม่ฟิลนะ
and I did ask them to.
Revelio. Yes. Revelio. Accio.
Glad you could make it. Lucan's just over there.
Okay.
Levioso.
Can I help you?
Sebastian told me to see you about a club.
If Sebastian vouches for you, that's all I need to know. I coordinate duels for crossed wands. A dueling club of sorts. It's invitation only, so you must have really impressed Sebastian.
I seem to have a knack for dueling.
Then you've come to the right place.
How does cross wands work exactly?
You show up, I match you with other duelists, and whoever is still standing in the end wins. It's our way of determining the school's greatest duelist once and for all. And to liven things up, the winner is awarded a prize. Interested?
Of course. Dueling's an entertaining pastime.
I agree. Besides, in crossed ones, you could duel with a partner if you like. Your first time I'll pair you with Sebastian. Next time, you'll need to bring a partner along, or duel alone. So, care to step into the ring?
Get me in the ring.
Spectacular! Let the fireworks begin!
We'll make you regret signing up.
Okay.
Levioso!
I'm the one!
Descendo! Glad I didn't bet on that round.
Nice work. Sebastian wasn't wrong about you. There's strong competition ahead, but keep this up and you could be the next school champion.
Brilliant. Count me in.
I shall. Now, it takes time to organise these duels, but check with me later. I may have something lined up for you. Again, congratulations on your first crossed wands victory. Well fought. Hope to see you back here again.
Revelio. Revelio.
no ไม่มีบ้านแฮกริดโน่นหลังนั้นหว่า
I've always said that travel broadens the mind.
I believe we have some matters to discuss.
I'm here about the new spell you wanted to teach me, Professor.
Good. Professor Fig indicated a certain urgency to you completing your defensive magic assignments. As such, you are to learn Incendio, the fire-making spell, handy for lighting torches, burning away spider webs, and, when necessary, defending against those who would wish to do us harm.
Sounds versatile.
Quite. But before we get started, I'd like you to complete a few tasks. You may be surprised by some of them. Astonishing how much students don't think their professors know. When you're finished, come and see me. Then we shall begin working on Incendio.
โอ้จาน
You know where to find me once you've finished.
สอนมันอะไรไม่ได้เหรอ
Glad you're back.
Hello, Lucan. May I use the training dummy?
Of course. I'll fetch it and give you a list of combinations to practice. Ready to have a try now?
That would be wonderful.
Be sure to cast all your spells before the dummy lands. If you need to stop practicing before you finish all of them, let me know.
Accio.
Nicely done.
Leviosa.
That's it.
Leviosa. Leviosa. Accio.
Good one. I'd say that's enough practice. You looked good out there.
Thank you, Lucan.
I say better to discover one's weaknesses during practice than during a duel. You'll be a fearsome challenger now.
Hello, Lucan. Is the next round of crossed wands all set?
Why, yes it is. I've got a great match lined up. Ready for another round?
I'm ready. Let's do it.
Brilliant! Are you dueling with a partner?
Yes, Natty.
Then let's get to it.
Ready to get thrashed?
Apologies in advance.
The fuck 3 มี 2
Protego!
Give him what for!
Accio!
Leviosa! Defendo! Leviosa!
Is that all you've got? Accio! Leviosa! Accio! Accio!
Expelliarmus!
Leviosa! Accio!
You're better than that!
Leviosa!
Oof. Glad I didn't bet on you that round. Care to go again?
I'll give it another go.
Glad to hear it.
Accio!
Expelliarmus!
Leviosa! Stupefy!
Expelliarmus!
Accio! Leviosa!
Leviosa! Arrest momentum!
Accio! Leviosa! Accio! Protego!
Oh, there goes my way.
Leviosa! Accio! Come on! Leviosa! Accio! Protego! Stupefy! Accio! Leviosa! Leviosa! Glad I didn't bet on that round.
Bravo!
I gave it my all.
You did indeed. The other duelists have already taken notice of you, but after that last round, they'll really have it in for you. You'd better keep practicing if you want a chance at winning, or at least surviving the next round. I'll let you know when we're ready. Hope to see you then. The next round is for all the gobstones, so to speak.
Assignment's all finished. Revelio. Revelio. Whoa.
I'd swear we'd be more at least.
Revelio. Accio. Levioso. Got it. Revelio.
Ouais.
Don't get too cocky simply because you had one victory over salad.
I trust Mr. Brattleby was able to accommodate you and that you found success in your endeavors.
I finished all of the tasks you gave me, Professor Hecat.
Glad to hear it. Then you should be ready to learn Incendio.
Should be, Professor.
Yes. I'm sorry to say, I visited enough careless colleagues at St. Mungo's to assure you that fire is a fickle servant. Your spellcasting has impressed me thus far, but please maintain focus. I would rather we not end today's lesson with your robes aflame. Let us begin. And remember, focus on the proper wand movement.
สอนไฟแล้วไม่สอนน้ำด้วยนะอาจารย์
Concentrate and keep your wand steady. Good work.
Lumos. Incendio. Levioso. Accio. Incendio. Lumos. Levioso. Accio. Incendio.
You're getting it. Keep at it. And keep trying not to incinerate yourself.
Be allowed to attempt.
Couldn't agree more. Not to mention, it exposes us to their backward way of thinking.
Talking about Muggleborns again?
Yes, and how they shouldn't be allowed at Hogwarts.
Whoa!
I heard one talking about sewing a sock the other day. How utterly revolting.
Completely barbaric.
Some are quite clever, you know. A few quite talented authors. A couple even write books on magic.
How absurd! As if anyone hailing from a Muggle could write the first thing about magic. The sheer audacity.
They're very good with Christmas decorations.
Oh, really? I do like a few of their carols, although they get all the facts wrong and clearly think any sort of vision is an angel.
Suppose they don't mind the odd Cornish pasty. Seen some unusual cats in that region too.
Saw one tear his coat in London once. Muggle, that is. Felt awful to not be able to help him with a mending charm. Not that I would have, of course.
I should hope not. They can't be trusted. Except with Cornish pasties, I suppose.
Thomas Brown has some books by Muggles.
Shan't be going there again.
Saw a recipe book last time I was there. The Tomes and Scrolls.
A recipe book?
Do you think they'd have one for the pasty?
Whoa. Yep.
Revelio.
Ah, there you are.
Hello, sir. You'll be pleased to know that I worked on my defensive magic with Professor Heckard.
So I hear. She tells me you've taken rather well to your new wand. You must continue to work with her and your other professors to improve your skills. That said, I don't wish to postpone our visit to the library any longer. So, shall we proceed?
Fig, I have work for you. Come.
Headmaster, I'm with a student and my schedule
Your schedule will wait indefinitely, as will your student. I would think that after all the trouble you caused me with Osric, you'd be eager to make amends. My office, 5 minutes.
That man is exasperating. Unfortunately, our trip to the restricted section will have to wait a bit longer.
But, Professor...
We have no choice. It would be unwise to provoke our illustrious headmaster further. I shall find you when I've completed whatever toils I must endure.
Bruh.
Accio. Lumos. Levioso. Incendio. Sebastian mentioned sneaking into the restricted section. Perhaps he'll have an idea.
Never forget what that awful buff girl said.
Spare a moment? I could use your help.
You wanted to speak with me?
I did. Hello, I'm Duncan Hobhouse. Pleasure to meet you. I've heard all about you, of course, confronting trolls and dragons.
I suppose it must seem that way. I'm not sure it's justified. It's often been a matter of circumstance.
I'm going to presume your reputation is in fact warranted, in which case, you are precisely the person I need. You see, We were learning to repel boggarts in Professor Hecat's class, and, well, mine unfortunately took the shape of a puffskein.
Well, they seem innocent, but their tongues can be most disturbing.
Exactly. I wish more of our fellow students agreed with you. Regardless of how reasonable I believe my fear of puffskeins to be, I'm beginning to get a reputation as a coward. Some have even taken to calling me Puffskein Dunkeen.
I'm sorry, but you have to admit that's rather clever.
I do not have to admit that. Everett said the same thing. Anyway, to make matters worse, I stupidly blurted out that I must be braver than people think, since I have been in the hidden herbology corridor.
The hidden herbology corridor?
Yes. Rumour has it that the herbology professor before Professor Garlic kept dangerous plants there. It's supposedly so overrun now that no one dares enter it anymore. I was hoping you could go there and bring back evidence that I could use to show that, well, I'd gone in. Say a bit of an exceptionally dangerous plant of some kind.
What sort of plants should I expect in the hidden herbology corridor?
I haven't a clue. But have you seen the kinds of plants Professor Garlic grows? If the previous professor was anything like her, I'd imagine they're not exactly harmless.
Very well. If I'm in the area, perhaps I shall take a look.
Grand. I'd very much appreciate it. Come and find me if you get the proof. I shall be forever in your debt.
Hidden herbology corridor. Sounds intriguing.
Boy.
Revelio.
It's about time.
Oh dear, I shall get in trouble for this.
Incendio.
It's a relief to finally have an answer.
I wish Professor Garlic.
Revelio.
ใช่ต้นนี้หรือเปล่าที่มันไล่ตบคนเนี่ย
Revelio.
Do you think anyone has found every secret passage in Hogwarts? Wouldn't surprise me if new ones popped up occasionally. I wonder how many secret passages Hogwarts actually has. I stumbled on one the other day. Couldn't find my way out for hours. Missed my favourite meal, I did. Kidney pie. Oh, I've been turned around on the grand staircase one too many times. I simply avoid it now. I'd wager Ravenclaw Tower has some of the best views in the castle. Someone saw a hippogriff fly right past the window once. I enjoy having lunch down by the lake. Except when the giant squid splashes about. Not much for soggy sandwiches.
Revelio. Revelio. Incendio.
What was that for?
Revelio.
The fuck?
Incendio. Accio. Incendio. Levioso. Accio.
Lumos. Incendio.
These dry vines are one spark away from becoming kindling.
Lumos. Reparo. Incendio.
This must be the entrance to the hidden herbology corridor. Devil's Snare seems to thrive in darkness. Perhaps it doesn't care for light.
Incendio. Lumos. Incendio. Accio. Levioso. Incendio. Accio. Lumos. Levioso. Lumos. Lumos.
Seems the Devil's Snare was protecting a chest of some kind.
Incendio. Lumos.
I imagine a piece of that enormous venomous tentacula would be enough for Duncan to prove his bravery.
Revelio. Incendio. Revelio. Lumos. Revelio. Lumos.
Oh,น้อยต้นเราเป็นพันขโมยชิวๆเลยโอ้
Have you found anything to, prove my bravery yet?
Hello, Duncan. I have the proof you wanted.
That's one leaf. Must have been a giant venomous tentacula. It's even more than I expected. I knew you were the one to ask. I appreciate you getting it for me.
Of course. I hope this helps you prove yourself.
This is sure to put an end to Puffskein Dunkeen for good when I show everyone in the common room tonight. This'll show Everett how ridiculous that nickname was. Thank you again, and have a good day. I know I will. Thank you for all of your help. No more Puffskein Dunkeen for me.
โอ้ไม่ไหวแล้วชัดจะหลับนอนดึกตื่นเร็วไม่ไหวเซฟก่อนเดี๋ยวมาเล่นใหม่เจอกัน